Hi, it's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. Hi, everybody. Today's date is October 11th, 2025. You know, you can use the little advent numbers to your advantage so that you know the date very well. But you still have to think about it. So today I got another advent opening. It's a tiny little one. I got the draw from yesterday for the gift card to Paint with Stitches. And I have a little bit of stitching to show. I didn't get as much stitching done as I had hoped for, but that's okay. I did have a FFN, a finish for now. Yeah, so let's get started. And then I will think of some kind of story to tell. Well, I'll think of something. I think I got something. Okay, so let's start off with the draw. Okay, so I got 11 people entering. Thank you everybody for commenting and entering. And some of you used paint rather cleverly. So 11 people. So let's. Oh, somebody's sticking out there. Let's throw them back in. It may not be the best contain. Oh, there's somebody sticking out again. Oh, okay. Paint. Stitching Jerry. Stitching Jerry. I believe I have your email. If I don't, I'll mention it in the next video. I know you watch it all the time. And I will give you, I'll give you the information on how you can use your $15 gift certificate. Congratulations, Jerry. I'm very happy for you. Oh, so today's Advent is number 11. And it says read me. So I'm going to read me first. Oh, it's taped up pretty good. Oh. Have you ever seen a necklace minder? Well, here it is. Watch out for big hugs, though. It might get risky. Ooh, I'm a hugger. Are you a hugger? That's a good question. Are you a hugger? I didn't think I used to be a hugger, but then I became a hugger. So I even have hugged total strangers. Besides my husband, I've hugged other total strangers. Okay, I'm not saving this wrapping, so I'm just gonna. Ooh, wow! So this is gorgeous. So this is one of her. I'm gonna take it out of the packaging. This is one of Paint with Stitches needle minders that she made into a necklace, which is kind of interesting. So you can wear it on you. It's very good if you're stitching in hand. And then it's got a magnet. And so I'm going to just cover this up if I can. Oh, I can't. It's her dragonfly. I don't know if you can see. So it's a hand-painted dragonfly, but she actually made a pattern. This was also a pattern. But yeah, you wear it as a necklace. And then you can have needle. Oh, sorry, you can't see. That's actually a pretty necklace. Look at that. Wow, I like that. Okay, that was unexpected. That was very great. Thank you, Chantel. I love it. I shall be wearing that today. It'd be, like I said, great for stitching in hand. And I have an idea for stitching in hand that I might start today. So we'll just see if this works. Okay, so let's see if I can show what I'm going to show you. So we had her Halloween stitch along. And I have finished up what I had to do. So that's my finish for now. It's not till the 14th that I get the next part. So I got a few days off so I can focus on different things. And I was wrong on the trick or treat little thing. It's actually the trick is on the even days and the treat is on the odd days. And we got an odd roll last night. We got number 5. And so I will be working on my treat today. So you'll see progress on that tomorrow. So back to the cell. Gosh, I'm all over the place. So that is what I gotten done so far. Let's bring it in a little bit. So I finished off the floorboards over on the over here, and I did this. And I didn't know what it was until somebody mentioned it. It is a little pumpkin on its side. It's fallen over, a little pumpkin. Isn't that cute? I thought for the longest time that it was a mouse. And then I thought it was a yarn ball. But now that I know it's a pumpkin, I can totally see a pumpkin. So there you go. That is a finish for now. Okay, I'm going to just put that aside. Then I had a new start. I didn't say that. I had a new start. So I did start this. It is called Witch of Whiskers by Catherine Holan of Sprouting Lupine. And I'm really happy with the fabric I chose. Looks funny right now. But so I chose this dark fabric. And it just looks pretty weird. And the hat's going to come in between here. So it just looks really, really weird right now. But it's cute. It really is cute. So I think you'll get more of a sense when it's stitched more. It just looks weird now. That's got to be my screenshot. They won't make it my screenshot, but that'll be my screenshot. He's so cute. I think I have to have, I don't know how YouTube picks your thumbnail is what it's called, not screenshot. And then we got this on day something or other, and I've been trying to think of what to do on it. And so actually what I came up with an idea is I'm going to use one of my long dog samplers, pointed fifth, and there's just a little part with a cat stretched up in a tree and a squirrel, and I'm going to try and do that on here. So I think that's going to work. I'm going to do it all in black, or I might use one of my variegateds. I haven't decided on that yet, but probably all in black. We'll see. Okay, so that is all the stitching. I don't have anything to show you from my Christmas quilts, which I'll be working on today and using my fancy new needle minders. So this might be a short one today. I did put up some decorations. I don't know if you can see those. They're kind of reflecting a bit because of the sunshine. So we did go, we had a day yesterday. So we went for a bit of a drive, and we went just randomly to some different places, one of which was this bargain shop, and I got a whole bunch of Halloween decorations there. And then we showed up to the dinner just about right on time. It started at 5. Now this is in a community where we don't know anybody. And so we walk in and you have your choice of tables. And so we picked a table of 6 thinking, well, we'd like to meet some people. That would be good. And I thought for the longest time we're going to have nobody at our table, like, because you're strangers. So so we're just sitting there and all the other tables are filling up and ours is still empty. And then this threesome, a husband and wife and their mother came and sat with us, which was really lovely. He turned out to be a school bus driver in the area. So got to talk to a school bus driver, and his wife was actually from somewhere near us, and he used to come to our town and play pool, darts. They have a big, huge dart tournament where people come from all over the place. So it was actually a really nice meeting of these people, quite enjoyable. Got super stuffed. Oh my word, I was so hungry beforehand. Because I actually missed lunch. We left before lunch, and then we're traveling, and then at some point it gets too late to have lunch because dinner is kind of early, so it's fine. But got really, really hungry, and so then we go up, and you would just get your plate, and it had on it mashed potatoes, it had mashed squash, it had stuffing, turkey, gravy, carrots, and then we had dessert, and I was so full. I was just really, really full, but it was good. It was a little bit blandish, but that's probably the better way to go when you're cooking for a big crowd, because there was salt and pepper on the table so you could season it. So that is probably the proper way to make things for a large crowd. But I enjoyed, both my husband and I really enjoyed the mashed squash, and I enjoyed the gravy a lot. The gravy was tasty. But yeah, it was really good. And we got home at around 8 p.m. So it was dark out. So it was only stitching I did was about a couple hours in the morning, and I tried to stitch in the car, but that's on a 32 count, and just way, like, sometimes you'd go through sections where the sun and the shadows of the trees, and it was very difficult to stitch. And then I went into all the places we went into. We went to a whole bunch of different shops and just kind of had a little bit of an adventurous day. So it was fun. It was a good day. The weather was spectacular. We've been having such gorgeous weather. We had a couple bad days, but now we're back to really, really nice days, beautiful fall days. Uh, so yeah, so that is sort of my story. I guess the only other thing I could mention as a little story is my traditional Thanksgiving tradition, which is not happening this year, but I had a dream about it last night. So every Thanksgiving, I used to always run. There's often places have races on Thanksgiving weekend. And so when I lived out west, there was always one in Victoria called the Royal Victoria Marathon, or they changed their name later on. I can't remember, Good Life Fitness Marathon or something like that. But I always still called it Royal Victoria Marathon. And was it my very first? Oh, I don't think it was. I think Vancouver actually was. But it was near and dear to my heart because I went to it every single year. And it was the first time I watched my brother run a marathon and went to cheer him on, and seeing men with bleeding nipples. And just, it's always a spectacular temperature there. I think I ran in the Royal Victoria different distances. I ran with my mom several times in like the 10K when I was teaching her to run. I ran in the half a couple of times, and I ran in the full a couple of times. And so I think I did it probably at least 10 times. And it was always a big event. Like, I always like book a nice hotel, and then we'd run it. And then I always remember after the marathon, family would come down and meet me and cheer me on. And then we'd be walking back to some place for a fancy breakfast. And they would always end up walking way ahead of me, and I'd be like walking behind, kind of just after you finish, slowly the aches and pains come on once you start walking. But it was quite an enjoyable tradition, filled with some exercise and then some excess and eating guilt-free. So I always really enjoyed that. Then when we came out here, there's a marathon weekend here in Wolfville at Acadia University called the Valley Harvest Marathon, or Harvest Valley. I get them confused. I think it's Valley Harvest. And I've done it, I think, about 4 times. So I did do it last year, the 10K. But this year, with it being so busy, I was planning to do it. But then when I ended up going out west, my training went aside, and I didn't sign up. Marathons and half marathons and 10Ks are all getting really, really expensive. Like, in my mind, ridiculously expensive. So I'm not sure, it's the organization. I understand things cost more, but I don't really care for the medal. I have tons of medals. I've given away the medals. I'm trying to get rid of the medals. And the t-shirt, I like some of them I don't, some of them I give away. So all I'm getting is to run in an organized event with a bunch of people. And, I don't know. I feel like I am a bit of a thrifty person, and so I don't like wasting money all the time. Last year when I ran the 10K, it probably ended up costing me close to $300 or $400 just because of the hotel room, because it's so far away. So had a hotel room, then the food, and then the actual event. They're like $60 to $80. So they're getting up there in price. So I don't know how much more I'll do that, or if I'll be a little bit more maybe making my own events and just doing it on my own. That's always an option too. So, and it's all in your perspective, Anyway, so that I woke up this morning with a dream about being at an event, and the start and everything, because that was that was what I enjoyed about events. I'd always stress about it, but I actually always enjoyed the feeling of the start line and the people and the getting started. To me, I don't know. Some things it's all about the starting, and maybe that's why I like new starts and starting new books and not always the finishing. The start is kind of exciting. It's the unknown. I was always like, very excited for the start of a new year at school. So it's always about the starts for me. Which do you like better, starts or finishes or the in between? Or is it all of it? Just let me know. So I shall let you go, let you get back to your stitching, or maybe you've been stitching all along. I hope so. And I shall see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching. Bye.